Two-thirds of Americans out there believe that Russia or other countries will try to digitally disrupt the midterm elections.
So what's being done to make sure that every vote counts and that there's no outside influence? Our Michael Wooten has been digging into election security for tonight's Two on Your Side original.
With just hours until the polls open,
Concerns that U.S. elections are increasingly at risk.
Election interference.
This hacking threat.
lingering worries about the security of the vote.
There's a nationwide concern about foreign influence within the elections and the ability to hack our elections.
Erie County Elections Commissioner Ralph Moore says he understands the anxiety. Russians tried to hack the election in 2016, and according to U.S. intelligence, they're at it again.
We have an extreme sense of urgency on ensuring the security of the 2018 elections because you don't get a chance to do it over.
We're doing everything we can to have a legitimate election that the American people can have trust in.
That trust is key.
Their vote is then cast and tabulated.
Chautauqua County Elections Commissioner Brian Abrams says it starts with the machines.
In New York State, we're very fortunate. We have a system that's a standalone unit.
Meaning besides the power cord, it's not connected to anything.
They're not connected by Wi-Fi. They're not connected to the internet.
That's to prevent any outside influence. Here's how the full system works in all of our counties. You vote by filling out a paper ballot and then inserting it into one of those standalone machines. After polls close, election workers at all the precincts read the machines and call in the results to the County Board of Elections. Workers then remove the thumb drives from those machines and physically drive those to the county board. They're inserted into another computer that's also standalone, not connected to the internet, to add up all the county totals.
So we have a very secure network.
That's not the case everywhere. The group Verified Voting says 36 states still use insecure voting equipment. Meanwhile, New York has the ultimate backup. Your paper ballots remain inside those voting machines for auditing purposes and in case something goes wrong.
At the very end of the day, that we have their paper ballot, we have the source document.
But in these states, there are still precincts with no paper backup. After the 2016 interference, the federal government approved $380 million to send to the states to help with election security. Out of that, New York got about $19.5 million. That paid for a statewide secure election center that will handle any cyber incidents, plus tabletop exercises with the counties, trainings with elections workers, risk and vulnerability assessments with all the counties, software to detect any intrusions, and around-the-clock monitoring of county election systems and firewalls. Also, the State Board of Elections has been working with these federal agencies to help protect the vote. But is all of that enough? The feds have not provided funding to states to actually update their machines to make sure the best technology is in place. A report 2 years ago from the Brennan Center for Justice found 43 states use some machines at least a decade old.
And in that time frame, how many times have you changed your mobile phone? And how many times have we replaced our laptops?
Even with aging technology, our region ranks above most in terms of election security, with this assurance from those tasked with protecting the ballot box.
Yes, here in New York State, I can honestly say that their vote will count.
But with control of Congress at stake, you'll also care what happens elsewhere. So NBC News put together a vote watch team monitoring the election from coast to coast.
Are the lines too long? Are machines breaking down? Are there protests outside polling places? Whatever it may be, we'll be there bringing it to you live all night.
Because democracy demands we protect every vote in every precinct, every county, every state.
National election security.
Foreign hackers.
Cyber attacks targeting our election system.
We'll know how it all plays out just days from now. Michael Wooten, Channel 2 News.
We can all take a deep breath probably on next Wednesday, which will be nice.
Yeah, it really helps to hear the verify because there's so much misinformation out there. I mean, especially if you're on some of those social media sites, people put things out there that just blatantly are not true. So, you know, share Michael's report, which is on our website, WGRZ.com, with your friends.